All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect to the nation of Israel. This lesson is going to be on how Jehovah's Witnesses do not understand Revelation, the 7th chapter. All right, Jehovah's Witnesses do not understand Revelation, the 7th chapter. They don't understand who the 144,000 are, and they don't understand who the great multitude are, or who they call the great crowd, even though the scriptures clearly say a great multitude in the King James Version. But either way it goes, a great crowd, great multitude, it's the same thing, but they don't understand this. So let's go into it. Revelation chapter 7 and verse 1. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, not on the sea, not on any tree. Right? So what the scripture is saying, that there's angels that are holding back destruction from taking place on the earth. All right? Verse 2. Revelation 7 and 2. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, who have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads. Meaning, once the servants of Yahweh are sealed in their foreheads, that destruction that's going to hurt the earth and hurt the sea is going to be allowed to do that. Right? Verse 4. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and they were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Right? Now, if you ask a Jehovah's Witness who the 144,000 are, they will tell you that they're people from all different nations. Right? Now, when you read the verse, if they're honest, they will then say, you know what, I made a mistake, and they're every nation. But they don't do that. They try and say that the 144,000 are Jehovah's Witnesses, or the 144,000 can be from any nation. But then when you go deeper into it and you say to them, okay, what's the difference between a member of the 144,000 that's from the tribe of Gad and a member of the 144,000 that's from the tribe of Levi, according to what you teach? Then they won't have an answer, and you're going to hear nothing but cricket sounding off, man. They don't have an answer to these questions, because when they talk about these things, it's stupid and it doesn't make any sense. But when a Hebrew Israelite speaks about it, it's clear. 144,000 is going to be a special person from the house of Israel that's part of a particular tribe. And there's 12,000 people that are going to be worthy to be the whole part of 144,000 from every single one of the 12 tribes of Israel. Simple as that. And what's going to make you be part of the 144,000 and be from the tribe of Levi is if you've got the special requirements that Yahweh asks for and looks for, and you're from the tribe of Levi. Same thing will be if you're from the tribe of Judah and you're part of the 144,000. There's going to be something special about you in God and the knowledge that you have on the Lord, that you understand the new song, and then you're going to be part of the tribe of Judah. But if you ask a Christian this, it don't make no sense. Now, let's look at the word for tribe in this. Revelation chapter 7 and verse 4 again. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and they were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Now, I've looked at this word before. Well, I've saw this word before in Revelation 7 and 9, right? Which is philo or phile, right? And it says in the New Testament, all persons descending from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob. So just note that the same word used to describe the 144,000 being part of the children of Israel, right, is the same exact word that's used when referring to tribes or referring to nations or kindreds. I forget which word it is. In Revelation 7 and 9, I think it might be kindreds. Let's see. Yes, it's the same word for kindred. So let's go to this. Revelation chapter 7 and verse 9. And after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations. Now let's look up the word for nations. I believe it's Laos. Oh no, it's ethnos. Right, ethnos. It says a multitude, whether of men or beasts, associated or living together, a company, troop, swarm, a multitude of individuals of the same nature or genus, the human family, which we know it's the description 2a, right? Verse 3, number 3, says a tribe, nation, or people group. So we know that that's the real definitions of this. How do we know that? Because when you go to kindreds, it says here, the same word that it said in Revelation 7 and 4, in the New Testament, all persons descending from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob, and then it goes on to say a nation, a people. The Israelites are a nation, the Israelites are a people. And the Revelation 7 is found in the New Testament, which means that in this place where it's describing this, it's talking about people that come from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob, and the same words used in Revelation 7 and 4, right? And 40 and 4. Let me read the whole thing again, so lucky I'm speaking too fast. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and they were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. 12,000 times 12 gives you 144,000, right? But when you look up the word for tribes again, it says a tribe in the New Testament, all persons descending one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob. But let's go a bit further into this, right? Because it's letting you know right there in Revelation 7 and 4 that these people are Israelites, meaning they come from the lineage of Jacob. But let's look up the word for tribe in Revelation 7 and 5. Same word, Strong's G5443, right? Let's look up when it's describing Reuben. Same word again. In the New Testament, all persons descending one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob. Let's look it up for. This is my first time doing this, by the way, right? I knew that it said it, that it had that word there for Revelation 7 and 5, but I'm also going to go to all the other scriptures where it mentions the members of the 144,000 as well, and see if it's the same word. So now it's the word for tribe describing the tribe of Gad, right? Same word again, right? Let's go down to Revelation 7 and 6, the word tribe, same word again when it's talking about Asher. Now when it goes to Naphtali or Nephthalim, same word again, right? Let's go to Manasseh or Manasseh where it says the word tribe, same word again. Revelation 7 and 7. Let's see what the word tribe is when it's talking about Simeon. Same word again. Same word. Let's see if it's the same word when it's talking about Levi. Yep, of the tribe of Levi. Same thing again. Let's see if it's the same thing when it talks about Issachar. Yep, it's the same thing again. Now let's see if it's talking about the same thing again when it says Zabulon or Zebulon. Same word again. Strong's G5443. Let's see if it's talking about the same thing when it mentions Joseph. Same thing again. Now, one thing that I've noticed that Christians do when it speaks about the tribe of Joseph, right, which is hilarious to me, is they'll say there wasn't technically a tribe of Joseph written in the 12 tribes of Israel. There wasn't actually a Joseph tribe. There was no tribe of Joseph, right? But let's just focus on the fact that Joseph was Jacob's favorite son. How about we just focus on that? How are you trying to somehow slide a heathen nation being part of 144,000 by using Joseph when Joseph was literally Jacob's favorite son who he gave a coat of many colors? So how are you trying to do that, man? When if you had understanding, you'd know that when it's saying Joseph here, it's just meaning Ephraim instead. If you understood that that Joseph got split into Manasseh and Ephraim, if you understood that. But how are you going to try and use Jacob's favorite son to try and slide yourself into salvation? That's ridiculous, man. That doesn't make any sense. Now let's see if it's the same word for the tribe of Benjamin. Same word again. So it's letting you know, and Yahweh did that deliberately so that you people can't try and slide that in, man. You can't try and slide yourself into our salvation, man. We can't just slide ourselves into your heritage and into your blessings that you receive on earth right now. And neither will you be able to do it for us, for our blessings that we've got coming to us, man. The new covenant is only going to be given to Israelites. It's not going to be given to any other nation. And like I said before, Jehovah's Witnesses do not understand Revelation, the 7th chapter. They don't understand the 144,000, and they don't understand the great multitude. Now let's go into this. Revelation chapter 7 and verse 9. And after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hand. Now, this is the place where heathen will get brave and think that they're going to get salvation somewhere, right? And then some people go so far as to say that this is the 144,000 because they don't have the understanding, man. When the 144,000 is clearly numbered, the great multitude is not numbered. But they'll try and use this great multitude to try and say, see, heathens can get salvation somewhere along the line. But Yahweh has made it be shown through the understanding of the concordance that no, they cannot be saved. They cannot receive no salvation, man. They have not got a new covenant coming for them. They're not going to be saved from the last enemy like the Israelites are, which is being saved from death. Now let's look up the word nations. Let's look up the word kindreds. Let's look up the word people, and let's look up the word tongues. The word for nations, it says ethnos. I saw it last time. Right? Now let's see what it says. It says a race as of the same habit, a tribe, especially a foreign, non-Jewish, which we know that that's wrong anyway, right? Usually by implication pagan, and then it goes on to say Gentile, heathen, nation, people, but it says it lets you know that it's talking about a particular people that come from the same nature or genus. So how can that be everybody when you look up the description too? So that shows that the thing that they're trying to explain at the top is some heathen putting that in there to try and slide up in the salvation, man. Because the concordance isn't always going to be right. The Holy Spirit, on the understanding of prophecies, though, is always going to be right. And the prophecy clearly states that the Israelites and no other nation are going to receive the new covenant. Nobody else is going to receive it. There's not no other nation that have been promised what's mentioned in Hebrews, the 8th chapter, or what's mentioned in Jeremiah, the 31st chapter. No other nation has been promised that. Right? Now let's go and see what the word for kindreds is. In the New Testament, all persons descending one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob. Damn fly trying to bug me, man, now that I'm doing the lesson. So that clearly lets you know that these people that I mentioned in Revelation 7 and 9 are Israelites. Now let's see what the word for people is. Right? Laos, a people group, tribe, nation, all those who are of the same stock and language. Now, what stock would it be? Would it not be people that are of the stock of Abraham? Now, who's the stock of Abraham? People that come from a particular lineage that came from Abraham, that was given the law, that was given the ways of life, which are not the Ishmaelites, which are not the Ammonites, which are not the Moabites, right? Which are not Ishmael, excuse me, not even Moabites and Ammonites don't even come from Abraham, excuse me, they come from Lot, but which are not the Ishmaelites, or which are not any of Abraham's other sons outside of Isaac, and then which are not part of Jacob, which was the son that received the blessings. It was Jacob that was given the law. The Edomites actually tried to stop the Israelites from receiving what was theirs, and tried to stop them from returning to their land. They actually fought against the Israelites when they was trying to get through the land after crossing over the Red Sea, man, by the Gulf of I think it's called the Gulf of Suez. They stopped them from getting into the land, man, when they crossed over that top northern part of the Red Sea, man, which is connected to the Red Sea. So they're demons, man. They ain't getting it. It's not for them. Right now, let's see what the word for tongues is. Glossa, which says the tongue, a member of the body, an organ of speech, a tongue, the language or dialect used by a particular people distinct from that of other nations. And the Israelites have got a way of speaking that's different from other nations, man. That ancient Hebrew tongue. And that's what they're going to be speaking when on that day when they get received by the Lord, man. They're going to be speaking a new language, which is really a refreshed language, their old language that they always used to speak in times past. That Paleo Hebrew, man. So yeah, that's the lesson, man. Christians and Jehovah's Witnesses in particular do not understand Revelation, the 7th chapter. They don't understand it, man. They do not understand it. It's clearly letting you know that the great multitude and the 144,000 are part of the tribes of Israel. And this particular word here is associated with every single, is literally in every single scripture from Revelation 7 and 4, right, all the way down to Revelation 7 and 9. That same word can be found in every single one of those scriptures, man. That word, Strong's G5443, which let me show it again and describe it, read it again. Here we go. Phile or Phile, it says from Strong's G5453, which let's see what that says in fact. Let's see. Phile, what's this word mean? To beget, bring forth, produce, to be born. So who is it people talking about being born from? To being born from a man that's lineage or a man that's seed belongs to the seed of Jacob or of Israel, right? To shoot forth, to spring up. So that's from a man's seed, man. Now, he had another word there as well. I want to see what the other word was. Let's go back. What's this word? Phylon, a leaf. All right, I don't think that word is really going to add to the lesson. And then it goes on to say an offshoot, race or clan, kindred, tribe. But it goes on to outline it. It says a tribe. In the New Testament, all persons descending from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob. So what are these people talking about, man? The Negro, Latino, and Native American are the Israelites. And anyone that's got a problem with that is a racist, man. And he's trying to steal somebody else's heritage and somebody else's inheritance, man. Right? It only belongs to us. It only belongs to us, man. I'm going to end the lesson there. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakak. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.